All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Murda in the house tonight. We have a Division C West matchup between 4 plus Juan and Team Mapitas. If you tuned in the other night, you saw Team Mapitas face off against FML Esports, and it was a 1-1 draw. It was a great battle, but tonight we're going to see a different team face off against them. This time it's 4 plus Juan. And I'm going to see if these teams are ready. I don't want to waste your time. I know these teams are eager to get started. So as always, I'm going to hop right into this draft. Looks like 4 plus 1 is ready. And there it is from Mapitas. They are ready to go as well. Here we go. All right, so map number 1 is going to be Volskaya Foundry, but before we get any further, let's go over what happened in the coin toss room earlier. So Team Mapitas, they won the coin flip, and they decided to ban away Cursed Hollow, and then 4 plus 1 said no, no, no to Battlefield of Eternity. So Cursed Hollow, Battlefield of Eternity were the bans. Map number 1, as I stated, is Volskaya Foundry, and after this, we're going to be heading directly into Infernal Shrines for game number 2. But here we are. We're in the draft. Again, we saw Team Mapitas play the other night. They had a lot of interesting strategies they ran. Game number 2, it was game number 2, I believe they won. Did a great job. And, oh wow, these bans are quick. So, we do see Deckard is banned away. This is the first week in NGS that he is legal. So looks like 4 plus 1 is like, hey, we didn't get enough practice on him, or they think he's top tier and they just don't really know for sure what to think of the old Deckard. So he's banned away first, and then we do see Garrosh banned away by Team Mapitas, which I think is following the way they've been playing, at least over the past couple weeks. So first pick will be over to 4 plus 1 on this map. Currently, and I didn't check the standings, but while we have a moment, I'm going to go ahead and pull those standings up really quick. Let me see here. Division C West scoreboard, and it looks like Team Mapitas, according to how updated this is at least, is sitting in 6th place, so they are within the runnings to be in the playoffs for Division C West. 4 plus 1 currently sitting in 12th place. But they have 2 draws on the season, and they're looking to draw some blood on some of these teams, and they can still make a push towards that number 8 spot and what would eventually be a place in the playoffs. Our first pick is in. It is Stukov. Stukov is the pick by 4 plus 1. And I do like Stukov here. I think he's going to get value from his biokill switch here, of course. His spread heals are outstanding. And really, it is dependent on what build he goes. If he wants to go more of a lurking arm build, it can shut down some fights over these control points on Volskaya. But of course, one of his biggest pitfalls is that Stukov will not have a cleanse available with his kit. So will Team Mapitas take advantage of that fact? Will they find a CC comp here, and with a Diablo, that could be the start of something beautiful for Team Mapitas. They are going to have an APOC at their disposal, and they're also going to pick up Lucio, who is one of the healers that we saw so often at the start of 2018, and he's fallen off over the past 3 months or 4 months, and you really don't see him nearly as much. He was being picked so heavily in leagues like HGC and even in NGS during Season 3, but right now, having Lucio this early in the draft is going to leave open a few of the high priority assassins here in the form of Maiev and Phoenix, and we'll see if 4 plus 1 wants to snatch up some of these. There's also a Hanzo available, a Genji. Instead, they are going to stay a bit off meta and go with Nazebo, but they're going to pair it with the Thrall, and I think Thrall can actually do a considerable amount of work paired with a Nazebo. If he can get off a really good Earthquake, and there is a the Spirit, what is that guy called? From Nazebo, it can actually stick really hard onto some of these members from Mapitas. So we'll see how that works out. Of course, Barrier will be available for Mapitas, so they will be able to live through a bit of it. But they're going to have to find a little bit of a wombo to pair with their Diablo. But before that happens, we do have our ban phase number 2, and Mapitas is on the clock. 7th Day, see you in chat, my friend. Thank you for joining. Throwing poggers down there. Mr. PogChamp himself. Welcome, and thank you for hooking me up with that cartography tonight. Looking good as always. Very happy to be using that. Varian is the ban for Mapitas here in the second round of bans, so both taunts taken off the board by them. I wonder if this is signaling they want to go something that is not good up against a taunt. Is it a Genji? Is it a Tracer? And if they were going Tracer, why not the Malfurion? But we will see what direction they want to go. And actually, there it is. Tracer is banned away. So 4+1, thinking the same way I'm thinking, that Varian ban usually does signal that these teams want to play as a Tracer. Of course, there's still some pretty good counters to her available, especially like Medivh, who can throw a Force of Will out on Pulse Bomb. But with Tracer off the board, Mapitas is going to have to be thinking of something else here. I wonder what they might decide to do. I'm not exactly sure. I think they ran... Was it a Junkrat last week I saw them run? I can't quite remember. I wish I wrote it down. Mapitas to HGC. Yeah, agree. If you guys make it to HGC, you will have my vote of being my new favorite team. Definitely want to support any NGS team that wants to pursue their dream of making it pro. So it'd be pretty exciting. So yeah, Dono, I wish you well on that endeavor there. But before that's going to happen, we're going to have this game, and it is Greymane and Tyrael picked up in the 3-4 slot for Team Mapitas. And yeah, this is just full dive now. Diablo, Tyrael with a potential Judgment, Greymane, of course, with his Dark Flights in. Yeah, that's going to be a little spooky if you are any of these heroes, especially a Stukov, right? You don't have a cleanse, so if that Judgment comes in, you cannot save your target, and he's going to get blowed up on. So they're going to have to find some form of appeal for this heavy dive that they have with this trio of the Tyrael, Greymane, Diablo here. And of course, Lucio also does a good bit of work joining in the fray and being able to provide a deep barrier across enemy lines, as well as speed his heroes away during a disengagement if they're a little deep and want to make it out. So picks 4 and 5 here for 4+1. It is going to be Junkrat and Johanna. So Johanna is the tank, going to try to apply some blinds on the Greymane, and Junkrat, of course, his wave clear that he can offer, as well as a tremendous amount of poke. But we'll see if that's really what they need, because sometimes poke just isn't what you need up against a full dive comp. Of course, they're going to have some concussion mines to potentially blast away the dive, but yeah, I'm not like super upset with Junkrat. I think it's all right. Maybe like a Medivh might have fit in, but I can see why they want the extra wave clear, picking up that Thrall Nazebo early. I don't know who's going to be the solo, Nazebo or Thrall. Either one can kind of go to that solo lane. So we'll see when we get into the actual game where they want to go with those two heroes. But we do have a 5th pick on the clock currently with 6 seconds left for Team Mapitas. The 5th and final pick for them, and the 10th and final pick of this draft. And it is going to be Phoenix, who made it all the way through the draft, who is also another outstanding assassin when it comes to dive potential. If he wants to go warp build, this boy can get extremely scary. He gets resets on his warp. And if they can find the magic, can Mac make it happen on that Phoenix? We will see. But draft is over. Let me know who you guys think is going to win this this match here on Volskaya. If you think it's going to be Team Mapitas, throw out hashtag Mapitas. And if you think it's going to be 4+1, throw out a hashtag FPJ in chat. And let's see what you guys think. I gotta give my vote right now to Team Mapitas. I really like this full commitment to the dive, and just having potential for heavy engagement here on Volskaya Foundry. They want to be team fighting, and in terms of team fighting, I think their composition easily takes the cake. It is going to rely a lot on Lucio and how much healing he can provide. Of course, Rejuvenancia at level 16 will be the waiting point for them. So this squad will really scale into the later game, and we'll see if they can make it that far into it to make that talent be of use to this high health Diablo, as well as having a Bruiser and Tyrael. But it looks like the game is loaded. So here we are in game numero uno. On the left-hand side, we have 4+ Juan, Geek72 on the Thrall, True Bite playing Johanna, Fidel Cashflow on the Nazeebo, Garanacondo on the Junkrat, and Pedro on Stukov. On the right-hand side, we have Team Mapitas. T. Mariu going to play Lucio. Nima on the Tyrael. Mac playing that Phoenix. B-Net player on Diablo. And rounding it out on Greymane is going to be Halamion. Here we are at mid. Looks like all 10 players are going to show up here, and we'll take a peek at these level 1 talents. Nazeebo starting a Spider build. We do have Growing Infestation from Stukov. Crash Lightning from Thrall. On the other side, of course, is Justice for All from Tyrael. And we're going with Accelerando for the Lucio player here. Right, looks like Johanna going to start things off, getting a little condemned and some wave clear, and the early wave clear advantage here for 4+ Juan. Able to rotate up to the top with Nazeebo, and rotating down to the bottom looks like Junkrat. So staying here at mid is going to be Stukov and Johanna. Up top actually rotating as well was the Thrall player. So we are going to have... Okay, and here does come the rest of the 4-man for Mapitas. Nope, Tyrael's going to stay mid. And the rotations are going to be the play from Mapitas. And it looks like at least a somewhat of a commitment from the Nazeebo to staying up top by himself. We'll see if he wants to rotate on any of these waves. But so far it looks like it's just going to be like a 1-3-1 setup. Maybe the Thrall floating. Looks like actually Thrall is going to get to work on some camps here. So at mid, it is currently a 3 versus 2, and it is just Nazeebo high prioritization on the top lane by himself, and the rest of the members hanging towards mid. Diablo is going to charge in on Nazeebo, not going to find the flip. B-Net player trying to bully him out of the lane a bit. Down on the bottom, let's take a peek here. It is the Junkrat up against Phoenix, and I think this is actually a decent matchup for Junkrat because he's able to poke down the shields of the Phoenix and try to keep them from recharging. But we'll see if he's able to apply the long-range shots from his grenades. Currently, Mac doing a great job keeping that lane under control. We'll see if that stays the same for the rest of the matchup. Up top, we do see Greymane. Oh, appreciate that. Frohas, I got your name right this time. I appreciate the 300 bits there, my friend. Fidel Cashflow is the first to fall, and Team Mapitas collects first blood here on Volskaya Foundry. They have the level 4 advantage. Thrall is still moving around this map. He got a turret, and now he's picking up a siege camp. No camp prioritization yet, but now we do see Greymane moving on to the fortification camp. He's going to work on a turret of their own. Siege camp finally grabbed away by Thrall, and here comes control point Alpha. It is going to be at mid as always, and with a turret on hand already by Geek72, we'll see if he wants to set up early. Finds a Thrall with a Wolf there, but not enough damage. He is a little low on mana, so he might want to look at tapping, or he might want to look at finding this Phoenix. Nope, looks like they're going to be content with trying to set up positioning on this control point first, and having the top wave pushing with that siege camp. Currently, they have a good little spot here. Nazeebo, though, in a bad spot, a very rough spot. He's able to back away. He's going to mount up and scoot away, and yeah, he's going to get the safety with Stukov showing up there. Greymane still working on the siege camp, finally going to gather it, and now it is going to be his team making their way down, I'd assume, unless they want to try to pick up level 7. Phoenix, of course, is still down here in the bot. He's going to get a tower here at mid. we have a wave being cleared. And yeah, this is going to be really close to 7. I think they should actually be able to get this. Phoenix is going to start making his way up. He's got to regenerate a little bit of shielding. Oh, and look at that. Sorry, barely missed it, but they found the kill on the Zebo, and they did find themselves level 7. Already in here is Tyrael, though. He's very low, rooted and silenced by Stukov, able to use Eldruin's get away. Here's BNet player, finds a Thrall and a stun into the wall. That was a rhyme I didn't mean to happen, but it was a kill. Make it 3 now for Team Mapitas, and they have control after 96% channel by 4+ Juan. And with level 7s, and being down a Thrall right now, there's no way to enter here, and they are going to be able to split their Phoenix down to the bottom, find a little more soak, and potentially this tower. Nope, Phoenix going to make his way back up, it looks like, and get ready for this re-engagement once level 7 is picked up. Greymane looking at this fortification camp, but Johanna's here now, and he's going to have to scoot away. I don't know if he did. He actually used his inner beast there, so tough luck there for the Greymane player. Will not have it here for this fight, and here it comes. Johanna leading the front with Thrall. The silence was there, has now been broken. There's a bio kill switch used by Stukov, so it's not going to be available for the rest of this one. Diablo's deep, very low, getting ripped apart by the Nazebo, and he will fall, but they trade out Thrall for it. But with all this damage on the backline, Greymane solo, 75% health. Can Phoenix find a kill here? It's actually Tyrael who falls, and warping away is Phoenix. So first, Triglav is very likely, and indeed does go over to 4+ Juan. It is Junkrat and Johanna inside, and they are making their way towards these towers at mid, and damage is starting. Triglav engaged. There's the laser on the backline trying to do some damage on heroes rather than these towers. So not exactly min-max if you're trying to just get towers down. They already have 50% health here. Only one of these towers down. And here's Thrall finding out Diablo. BNet player taking a chunk of damage. He's below 50% health as the Triglav rotating up to the top. The wave's already on the wall. Here's a big smash onto that lower tower. Silence played by Stukov, trying to make it so no one can walk forward up into their robot. And it looks like this wall will actually go down. Wall down, one tower down. Are they able to finish this last one? Not quite. Triglav has exploded. Halfway through level 9, those Team Mapitas, they've kept the Greymane split a bit, trying to find some damage. He might be looking for this Nazebo. Not going to find it. Too low a health, and Nazebo is full right now. Spider's coming out, not going to connect. Support camp is going to be the play here once level 10's picked up. Phoenix is trying to grab it up top, and there it is. Level 10 is online. Will a fight happen here? This Johanna is out. Thrall's here as well as Stukov, but they don't have their Greymane. Their damage as well as their Phoenix is not here right now. It's just 2 tanks and a healer. So I don't imagine they want to take this fight quite yet. We do have... Oh my god. Oh my god. It is Purification Salvo as well as APOC Barrier and Sanctification. So not what I was expecting. I was hoping for a Judgment Planet Cracker. So a little disappointed, but it's okay. And yeah, they basically let 4+ Juan grab their level 10s there. Nothing came from their advantage. They didn't work on that support camp, but they are just remaining committed to their triple lane soak. They have Greymane down on the bottom up against Nazebo. Up top, it's Phoenix up against the Junkrat again. And admitted, this is really just like a tapping glove. So I'm going to try to keep us occupied elsewhere on the map. Actually, here comes a Junkrat and a potential engagement by Johanna. Not finding too much. Of course, the Sanctification still here if they needed. There was the Sundering. Barriers played as well as the Sanctification, so a little bit of overlap, but that's okay. No one died. Johanna's still up front. Lucio looking deep here, and now showing up is Greymane. Silence played by Stukov. Pedro is holding it as long as he can, and he's going to disengage it. No one dies. Ultimates were traded. It was a 4-for-3 ultimate trade, and that played out in favor of Team Mapitas. We still have Purification Salvo and an APOC available if they want to play that. Level 12 now picked up for Mapitas, and let's look at some of these quests. Spiders at 44, Taste for Explosions at 44, Crash Lightning only at 10 of 30. Got a little more work to do. Party Mix is quickly stacking, and that's a very fun talent for Lucio once he gets that, because his area will become that much bigger, allowing him to stay at a bit more of range from some of these heroes on his team. They they are still triple soaking. Both the assassins are grabbing these camps. Thrall's grabbing one on the side of 4+ Juan. Lucio just doing what he can to soak this wave and not take any engagement. Serial's a little deep. Might be getting flanked here by Thrall. Geek72 showing up. Eldruin has been played. He's able to get to safety, but there is a Wolf on him. Silence played now by the Stukov. The Sundering coming down as well. Geek72 trying to apply the damage. He's not going to find it. Nima alive after the ultimate was used here. I think the Blessed Shield was used as well. Because, yeah, that's just a 60-second cooldown. It's at 20 seconds missing, so it must have been played there as well. So all the ultimates are up in just 2 seconds. Here's Sanctification online right now. And here comes with level 13, Mapitas. They find the Stukov, but they didn't get him into that APOC. There's a Riptire, but the barrier was played to save some health. Pedro, first to fall in the fight, and here's a Sank right on top of this Thrall. Geek72 falling low as well as Johanna. Johanna is the next to fall with the great Holy Ground there by Nima. Purification Salvo connecting on 3 and finishing off the Nazebo, and also falling is Johanna. So now that is a quad kill for Team Mapitas. No one falling on their side. And they're going to be able to pick up this Triglav with ease because I don't think the members are going to be able to spawn quick enough to get here. And they're also able to work down this tower. Greymane here, great at sieging. They, of course, have a very healthy Diablo. He's sitting at about 4.5k health right now. And they're even going to throw down a turret for good measure. This fort is getting demolished. Phoenix here. And I should note that he is in that like heavy auto attack build mobile offense. Even getting this auxiliary shielding. So re-engagement though with level 13s is coming out here. A great Holy Ground to split the team. Very well played by Nima, but they need to find some sort of engagement. They have no ultimates online. Sundering is available as well as Blessed Shield. There is the Blessed Shield. Sundering came out as well. And Thrall falls. He's trying to get his Crash Lightning stacks going, but didn't find the damage. Lucio has barrier available right now. Might want to use it with his Riptire here. Taking the grunt of it was Phoenix, but he had his own shielding available. Overtime online, but they have time to tap and get back here. Diablo doing just that, as well as Greymane. 65 is the count on the channel. And looks like Mapitas is going to try to take this re-engagement. They're not quite level 16, but Thrall is not here. They're going to have a 5v4. They just got to get Greymane and Phoenix here. They're lagging behind just a little bit, but here it comes. Holy Ground played up front. There's the APOC. Will they find anything? Yes, they do. And it's the Stukov now sitting on top of a Sanctification. They're going to find him, as well as put a lot of slowing on this Johanna. She's going to fall as well. That's a double kill for Mapitas. Now 11-2 in kills. And a very easy pickup after that on the remaining channel time they needed there on capture point B. And it's Greymane and Diablo hopping in the robot. Let's look at these level 16 talents. Executioner, Burning Halo. We have that Rejuvenescencia picked up by Lucio. And Diablo is still in the Triglav. He'll pick in a moment. Here they are, sieging down some structures. They're working on mid, which I think is the proper play here. They already have a well down at bottom, but they're also likely going to be able to get that structure down. 6 teams now here, and only 14 for, oh my god, Pedro, so deep, got slowed wonderfully by the Phoenix, and the Stukov player is down. And now they're going to have plenty of opportunity to work down this mid wall and potentially start putting some destruction on the mid keep, but Triglav now falling low. Phoenix having to warp away, applying slows, and will they find the Junkrat? They do. What a re-engagement, a turnaround there by Greymane and Diablo inside the Triglav. There's a Purification Salvo. Icebox played by Nazebo. He's not going to take any damage, but Thrall at half health with no Stukov here for another 2 seconds. He's just now respawning. They're going to try to get some damage in on this keep. This would be very important if they can get it, and they're committing all 5 members to this right now. Will they be able to get this down? Gargantuan's still available. There's a silence. It's actually going to do a lot of work to Greymane. Greymane falls, and I don't think they're going to get this. Yeah, they do. They commit fully. Phoenix able to warp away as well. Can we get some speed here from Lucio to save his members? The barrier's not there anymore. He has a boot, potentially a great Holy Ground, but Stukov throwing down. That lurking arm going to finish off Diablo. No worries. He has souls. He'll be right back. Phoenix making a nice warp there over the wall to safety. And it's, you know, it's going to be a double kill for 4+1, and they're really close to 16, but with Diablo respawning, I don't know how much siege potential they're going to have here. Concussion Mine played by Junkrat, looking to find someone stand on that and potentially get knocked back into his team. So far, Mapitas being very diligent to avoid that spot on the map. And here's Greymane just now respawning, joining this battle. They have an 18 to 15 advantage. They have a keep down in mid lane. Blessed Shield played by Johanna. She's looking to get very aggressive here. Here's the Riptire, gonna try to find this Lucio, but it's not. It's only gonna find Diablo, and he is so healthy. He doesn't have a ton of souls right now, currently sitting at only 13 after that death he had. But let's take a peek over at our level 16 talents for 4+1. Continuation of the spider build, that spider colony for the Zebo universal carriers to play. Spread volley from Junkrat and fanaticism from Johanna. Thunderstorm from Thrall. 20 stacks now for Thrall on his Crash Lightning. He's got to get to 30 before that starts doing the type of damage he wants, and prioritizing heroes, of course. And we didn't see this before, but it was domination picked up from Diablo. He was in the Triglop earlier when I tried looking at it. Support camp is in control of Mapitas, and they have one turret. On the other side, it's a turret and no support camp. Right now, though, Phoenix potentially in trouble. He's got a 4-man collapsing on him. He doesn't have much in form of safety. He's trying to delay this out. There's a silence. I don't know if that interrupted his warp. No, it didn't. He's going to find a bit of an escape, but there's a Blessed Shield, and there's a kill onto Phoenix. He dies. But while that was going on, Mapitas very smartly took advantage on the map. They knew Phoenix was delaying that, and they were able to take away that bottom fort, and now they're getting a little bit of free damage on this bottom wall. But here comes a flanking rotation with level 16s already picked up. You know, they have to be careful here. But Mapitas going to start backing up. Lucio with his speed going to get his team to safety. And really, that's a benefit of having this healer on your team, is he can always get you back. He's got that super boost.
Take control of it.
They're going to have to wait out the Phoenix. Currently, Nima's going to try to get some free channel time. Of course, he has El Druins get away. But for now, it is currently in control of Mapitas. And here comes an engagement from 4+1. Tyrael gonna scoot away as predicted to safety. Cocktail coming out there from Greymane, not gonna connect onto Thrall. Still waiting on Phoenix. 3 seconds left on his respawn, and Thrall's currently trying to look for that level 20. He's soaking down mid, pushing these catapults forward, which is a great play because somebody from 4+1 is going to have to respond, and when they find that moment, it is their turn to strike. They might get 20 off of this wave here. Greymane throwing a cocktail at it. Looking to finish it off. There's an early APOC, not connecting onto anything, a bit of a misplace. Under it, connecting onto Diablo. He's falling to half health, has that support item. Will he drop it? He does drop it on top of his sanctification. They find a kill on Thrall, and here comes Phoenix looking to finish off Stukov. Will he find that? And it's Diablo who finds him, actually. So there is now triple kill. Peanut player falling low, but this Junkrat is also low. He's going to fall. A quad kill. Make it a mega kill. Team Mapitas, once again, when I cast them, they find a mega kill on the map. And that's the one they needed. And they are marching to core with level 20 talents and a Greymane. And that should likely be game number 1 for Team Mapitas, as there is still 20 seconds until the closest hero will be spawning for 4+1. And GG, game number 1 in the books. Handed it over to Team Mapitas. All right, so let's take a quick peek at this score summary, the match summary brought to you by NGS. And it was our Phoenix player leading the way in hero damage, but Greymane collecting the bounty of those kills. 18 to 5, the final count on kills there. Level 20s were picked up and only level 18 for 4+1. Taking a peek at those talents, if anyone wants to review this VOD and see what was picked by these teams. Level 20, we did see the Singularity Charge rather than the Don't Let Me Die from Phoenix. And Hellgate from Diablo, I think, is always going to be your standard. But that's it for game number 1. Map number 2 will be Infernal Shrines. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in just a few short minutes. Hang with us, and we will see you on Infernal Shrines. Alright, here we are. Map number 2. It's going to be Infernal Shrines. Looks like we finally have Team Mapitas joining my lobby here. I do want to say thank you for those bit donations that came in tonight. Of course, we had Frohas first with 100 bits. And Fred coming through with 100 bits during the break. Appreciate that, my friend. Of course, all the bits you donate this season on my channel will be going directly towards the Regen Invitational. You can see that bit goal on the bottom of your screen right now. We're currently, I believe that says 54%. I can't read it because my little preview is so small. Indeed, it does say 54.54. A little round number there, I guess. Every bit you drop in will go towards that. We're trying to reach that goal by the end of the playoffs. We're going to host the Regen Invitational again before Season 5. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we have a lot of great teams that I've got to cast this season that are going to be invited, including the 2 that we're watching tonight. We'll be getting an invite to that event. So if you're a fan of 4+ Juan, or if you're a fan of Team Mapitas, keep throwing those bits at us because it's going to go directly towards that prize pool. And we are currently waiting on one player from Team Mapitas to join this lobby, so keep hanging tight here, and we'll get this one underway in no time. Vape Nation in the house. You also want to enjoy some vaping if you are of age in your locality. Do so. We might have a moment here. Still waiting on Mr. Mapitas and Co. to show up. A Holy Mayan. Holemian? Holemian? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll go with Holemian. And it looks like he is back. So I'm going to ask these teams if they are now ready. Are. And they are ready. So I'm going to hit start game and we're going to get this one underway. Welcome to Infernal Shrines, ladies and gentlemen. Lady and gentlemen. There probably only is about one lady out there, so I should just stick with that. First ban will be for Team Mapitas. This was the map selection from 4+1 this evening, so wouldn't be surprised to see the Garrosh banned away again. I know they have prioritized that ban often. They like sticking to their script. And so far, so good for them. I do want to correct myself. Last week they did pick up the 2-0 over FML Esports. I think I said that there was a tie. It actually was a 2-0 victory in their favor. So I want to apologize for that. And, wait, nope, I'm mistaken. It was a draw. I thought it was a draw, and I just triple checked myself. It was a draw. Okay, it was a draw. So, maybe, yeah, no, it is updated. Okay, all right, it's showing on here. Diablo's the ban, though. Diablo, not the Garrosh, has been chosen as the ban for Team Mapitas, and I wonder, I guess they're just not as scared of Garrosh here, but it's not like his rogue can... Okay, they want the Garrosh, that's why. They say, okay, we'll ban Garrosh the first game because we don't want you to have it. This time we're not going to ban it, and we're going to take it. There are counters here for Garrosh. Of course, the Hanzo has been playing really well up against Garrosh. We'll see if 4+1 has a player comfortable enough to grab him here. I also think Hanzo really has a place on this map when he starts getting his piercing serrated arrows, can rip through some of these shrine monkeys, as I like to call them. So he is available. Will he be chosen? That's the question to consider. There are two picks here. I believe Maiev fell through that entire first game. No one wanted Maiev.
Reckoning is
They're going to take Tyrael and remain with their Stukov, so they want to prioritize Stukov. They're going to grab him here once again with their first picks. And Tyrael, which was really a turning point in map number 1 for Team Mapitas. They were able to use the Sanctification so well in a few fights. Pilipan says one lady here, and I thought so. I could tell. I knew there was at least one of you out there. And thank you so much for stopping in this evening. I really appreciate you representing all of womanhood in my chat this evening. Oh, Enifred is also... Okay, so how dare I? There's two women here. You guys are awesome. And once again, thanks for those bits. Do appreciate that. ETC and Gul'dan chosen by Mapitas. And this is now like a double tank strategy. Interesting picks here. Expecting a potential split from the ETC with a stage dive after level 10. We'll see if that's what he wants to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's 3 ladies here. Guys, what is going on? Okay. Maybe we need to start inviting more gentlemen to this. And I can say, instead of saying ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm going to say next time. Bans number 2s. This first one is in the hands of 4+1, and seeing an ETC and a Garrosh and a Gul'dan, not a okay. They don't want to play against Lucio again. Okay, I'm not mad about it. Lucio played pretty well in game number 1. It wasn't bad by any means, but Lucio banned. Okay, all right. Maybe would have liked to have seen them take away like a strong assassin You still have Genji out there. I really hope, for the sake of Mapitas, this is a ban onto Hanzo. I guess it doesn't have to be, but I think Hanzo really applies a tremendous amount of poke damage onto Garrosh. Can also lower his armor, which is really the full thing of his kit, is maintaining his armor he gets when his health is reduced. Chat accepting my boy Recyclic as a fellow lady. You are very nice people to allow him into your club. Sonya's the ban, though, from Team Mapitas, and I'm not mad at that. Especially if they want to split out that ETC in the later portion of the game. Sonya will be able to wreck the heck out of an ETC. So currently, picks 3 and 4 are on the clock for 4+1, and they gotta get a main tank. I don't think Tyrael's the man for that job, and they gotta find some form of an assassin, preferably with some wave clear, because they're up against a Gul'dan who is really good at clearing waves, especially clearing out the shrines when they spawn. So they gotta find something. Do they want a mage? Do they want something like a Jaina? You know, are they looking potentially at a Judgment Tyrael? I don't know. I probably wouldn't expect that. They saw what the Sanctification did in game number 1. So maybe they want to try to pull that out for themselves here in game number 2. We'll see. The tank's going to be Muradin. And is this going to be one of those wave clear assassins? Yes, it is going to be Jaina. That's what I thought they might have done. So I'm happy with this. They get a mage of their own. Pairing it with a Muradin's pretty good too. The stuns into a Blizzard can do a solid amount of damage. Combo mage in the form of Jaina here. Picks 4 and 5 now on the clock for Mapitas, and they got to find their healer. And do they want to find a solo laner? I don't know. I don't know what they want to do with their ETC in this game. They can't really split them out early. They don't have a lot of camp clear, and there's a lot of camps on this map. The Shaman up top, the Khazras towards the mid and bottom. So they need a healer. I wouldn't hate just like a Malfurion here. Deckard Cain, of course, the newest healer, still available. They could go into an Alexstrasza, who's very strong here on Infernal Shrines. So a few options in the bag. We can go with Malf and Ragnaros. Okay. So they get a Molten Core. They get a Sulfurous Smash that they can combo on top of all the CC they have. Garrosh, ETC, the roots for Malfurion. And then, of course, having their Horrify from Gul'dan can help set up some stuff. And Kerrigan, this is her best map. If you're a Kerrigan player, will Truebite be able to make it work for this team? I think it might. They actually have a bit of lockdown on their own here. Especially when Jaina gets her Kona Cold Root at level 16 if she wants to go into that talent. But yeah, this is a lot of lockdown here. Wow. Maybe Judgment has a place. We'll see if Kerrigan can be synced up on it. Yeah, they can rip through some targets. So map number 2, Infernal Shrines. You saw the drafts. Let me know in chat who you think is going to win this one. If you think it's going to be 4+1, hashtag FPJ in chat. If you think it's going to be Team Mapitas, hashtag TM in chat. And we'll take a look around in the chat to see who you guys think and tally it up. If I had to pick a draft here, I pretty much like this 4+1 attack they have here. They can shut down some of this engagement with their Tyrael if they want to go Sanctification, and they have a lot of Shrine Clear with the Kerrigan and a Jaina. It's just a matter of who's going to get kills first. I think, again, you're going to see a struggle of Stukov not having that cleanse and all this CC that can come out here from Team Mapitas. Will that be an issue? Or will Pedro be able to find a way to bring his team to victory with that lurking arm and shutting down some stuff with his own silence there? So I will leave it up to you guys in chat, and throw your votes out. Use those hashtags, and let's see what you guys think.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Alright, so here we are in game number 2, Infernal Shrines. On the left-hand side, we have 4+1, Geek72 playing Tyrael. Geronicondo on the Jaina. Pedro once again playing Stukov. True Bite, like I mentioned, playing Kerrigan. And Fidel Cashflow, possibly the coolest name in all of NGS, going to be playing Muradin. On the right-hand side, we have your Game 1 winners, Team Mapitas, Nima on the Gul'dan, Team Mariu on Ragnaros, Halamion on Garrosh. We have Mac on the Malfurion, and BNet Player, who likely had his name suspended away by Blizzard, is playing the ETC. Take a look at these level 1 talents. Oh, before we have this toss and a little bit of lockdown with towers connecting, and Muradin already down. That was a very quick kill picked up by Team Mapitas, and they're going to have early game rotational advantage here. Mouth spreading his heals around because they took a lot of damage, but living through that. And they find another one. This time it's Jaina. She's got a blizzard down on top, and the silence here as well. Halamion going to be able to move away, as well as Ragnaros. They pick up another kill. So Holly having a holly jolly time right now on Garrosh, picking up 2 quick kills. Meteor's already stacked at 8 for Ragnaros. We didn't even get a chance to look at this talent selection from the team. It looks pretty standard on both sides, although we do see Sharpened Blades is the pick from Kerrigan, to take note of that, because I think she has a few options at level 1, not taking her block, which I don't really think she needs here. So I'm cool. Sharpened Blades can work, and we'll see if it does work for this Kerrigan player here on Infernal Shrines. Up top, we have ETC in the solo lane. I thought that might happen up against Tyrael. I think Tyrael definitely has an advantage, especially early game, before ETC gets any sort of area damage coming out from his level 7 talent. We do see a camp prioritization here by Mapitas, or anchoring well here with Garrosh. It's Ragnaros doing the clearing. So down below is his Gul'dan player Nima, looking to keep his team in the lead here. And at mid is just Malfurion currently, and really not much he can do up against a Blizzard from Jaina. She's going to wipe that wave out. And really, I think this up top is really going to favor Tyrael. ETC's got to play it pretty safe. Garrosh looking around. They now have a Khazra camp pushing at mid, which should definitely make 4+ Juan spend a little extra time at mid during this next rotation. Stormbolt missing, Fidel Cashflow going to back away, finds a corruption in his face though from Nima. And here's True Bite working on the Khazra camp. Of course, has that sharpened, what is it called? Sharpened blades, yeah, level 1. Gives a little extra damage in the waste department, so maybe that's why they wanted to go with it. Can't disagree. They are slightly lacking. They have a Jaina, of course, but Kerrigan not the strongest wave clear up against a Gul'dan and a Ragnaros. 2 very strong wave clear heroes. Both Shaman camps being picked up simultaneously by these teams, Stukov and Kerrigan on the left, and over here on the right, it's going to be Gul'dan and Malfurion, who are having a bit of a tougher time. So getting positional advantage will likely be 4+ Juan, or they can start moving in. Ragnaros and ETC already here, as well as Garrosh. There's going to be a double stun and a silence here. Great jump in there by Kerrigan. Will they find Garrosh? He's pretty low. Going to use Unstoppable and toss Tyrael over the wall, finding another kill, and Holly once again making plays on Garrosh. And with that kill, it's going to give them an opportunity to really make a power play here onto the shrine. Muradin pretty deep, can use a dwarf toss away. There's a power slide by ETC. Doesn't find any body blocking, gets stunned away there by Cashflow. And they don't find any kills, but they do find the shrine wide open for the moment. They're currently down 14-21, but they have all the positioning here. Finally is Tyrael rejoining this, and another fight likely to ensue before level 7s are picked up by Team Mapitas. Here's a Blizzard on top of ETC. He's taking a bit of damage there. Fidel Cashflow in a bit of trouble. The silence is great from Stukov. Another pullback there by Kerrigan. And will she find Garrosh? No, he has so much armor, not able to break through it. And all members, once again, from Mapitas are going to survive that. Ragnaros back at the Hall of Storms looking for some help. He's going to start rejoining here. Level 7s are available, but they are not able to find their way back into the shrine. And the first Punisher is a Mortar Punisher picked up by 4+ Juan. He's going to start sieging down this mid lane. Split away is Garrosh. Not the strongest wave clear, but not too much he can do here in this fight up against this Mortar Punisher. Here comes a Molten Core, and that's what they're going to use to clear this away. It's going to really start scaring away some of these members from 4+1, I'd assume. Gul'dan in a weird spot, getting a lot of damage to his face from the Mortar Punisher. So no towers even at all taken down unless this wave gets it, and it actually does get one of the towers in the wall down at mid, and they're now looking to find Garrosh, but Holly already backing up, gonna find his wall. Up top is Kerrigan. She's been sieging away for a while here, and Ragnaros is gonna respond to that, but potential fight here at mid, both teams on level 7 talents, and let's actually take a look at them. Oh my god, Garrosh, every time I want to look at talents, finding a flip, but Eldruin's gonna get Tyrael to safety. So we do have a moment here. It is into the fray from Garrosh. More of that meteor build. And we do see bound by Shadow, of course, by Gul'dan, who's in that corruption build. Swift Retribution from Tyrael. We have Give Him the Axe from Muradin. And Ice Lance is the play from Jaina. Looking to stay a bit safer. Who barely missing there was Garrosh once again. They do find a toss here. And the roots well placed. I got to give that one to Mac for finding the roots there on that toss, really cutting off any sort of escape potential from Malfurion. He's going to fall. Now it's 4-0 in kills for Team Mapitas, and they are leading the way up to level 10 currently, about a half level ahead of their counterparts. Kerrigan up top trying to work on Ragnaros, but he's pretty sturdy, has a little bit of healing of his own. Gonna use a tap. Down in bottom is Garrosh, playing very aggressive. Muradin looking to find some stuff, but he's got to be careful by these walls. They saw what happened to Tyrael earlier. Just got tossed right over, and here comes ETC and company. Corruption coming out onto Tyrael. Now Nima split away from his team. There's a silence coming out from Stukov. They do find the Jaina down on the bottom side of that. So another kill, and level 10's now picked up for Team Mapitas. Will they find anything here? It's stage dive from ETC as predicted. They do have Warlord's Challenge from Garrosh. Twilight Dream and the Horrify, so very standard, very, very standard. They're going to steal away at camp here with their level advantage and their talent advantage. Khazra's taken away there by Team Mapitas, and it's going to start working on this mid towers. They're going to try to get the wave up with it, but the rest of Mapitas, they're not looking to push with those Khazra. They're going to actually allow 4+1.
Connection detected.
Jason coming through with the host, man. Appreciate you for that. 14 viewers coming in from NGS. This is a Division C West matchup between 4+1 and Team Mapitas. Game number 1 went over to Mapitas over on Volskaya Foundry. Here we are on Infernal Shrines. The first shrine was picked up by 4+1, but Molten Core from Ragnaros was able to save the structure there. And the level advantage and kill advantage currently in favor of Team Mapitas. And let's look at these kills. It's Malfurion picking up 2 so far. Ragnaros and Garrosh getting, as well as Gul'dan getting 1 apiece. Here it is, second shrine of the game. Level 10s for both teams. Oh my god, I did not see that one, but looks like a great collapse there by 4+1. And here's a Maelstrom played by Kerrigan a little early. Didn't find anything there, and didn't even have the shrine active, so didn't even get damage onto the shrine monkeys. Aggressive here. They're down a man. Ragnaros is not here, but they're looking to do what they can to poke this away. ETC still split with the stage dive. A bunch of free damage, but there's Kerrigan finding the stun, and here's the Sanctification. But will they find the kill? They do. It's Kerrigan finding one, and not the Garrosh. Very close to finding him as well. 50 health remained on him, but did not get it. And Kerrigan, once again, going to lead the way in this shrine. And with her build, having Bladed Momentum, going to get a little extra damage. Yeah, so really working these down, and now stealing away at Khazra camp and making their way back in this game is 4+1, and potential structure here because Ragnaros still up top getting a shaman camp right now. Malfurion's the only one here in defense. Is this what they want? Do they want to give away structures? The rotation's coming, but Malfurion getting dove on. Eldruins is there. The Mortar Punisher. Can he finish the day? Stage dive. Here it is from ETC, not connecting on anyone. Kerrigan jumping through, and a big Molten Core and a Molten Swing by Ragnaros. looking to get damage on all these members. So first, smashing down on top of Tyrael. All the damage still is coming on Gul'dan. He's got to get healed. And Malfurion's here doing what he can. There's going to be an orb. Doesn't actually stay in range of picking that up. He's going to use a tap instead. And no structure once again, but here's a flanking engagement. Do they find ETC? The Blizzard's on top, not enough damage, and that's all they're going to be willing to take because no minions were able to soak damage from that tower. The fort, rather, and re-engagement into the fray. ETC right on top. There's a big ring not connecting onto anything, though, and the Horrify played great, and great silence, though, as well from the Twilight Dream. They're going to pick up a kill on Kerrigan. And it's still just a Garrosh that's low. He has all the armor, but can the corruptions continue to come out from Nima and this Gul'dan? They're looking to find kills, and it's going to be Muradin, the target for the cash flow. He's going to fall. Muradin's down, and next might be Tyrael, but Eldruin's going to bring in the safety. It's a 2-for-0 on the backs of their level 13 talents. Team Mapitas 7-2 in kills. The Shaman were able to pick up a fort up top, and here they are sieging away at the bottom side. And they find a toss on Jaina. She's stunned, and she is killed. Garrosh once again. What is the answer? What does 4+1 have in their bag of tricks to find something to do up against Halamian, finding all the tosses and all the stuns? Garrosh having his way here in game number 2 for Team Mapitas. And looking at the kills now, 2 apiece for Garrosh, Ragnaros, Malfurion, and Gul'dan. Wow, it's the Jaina who's fallen 3 times so far. And level 16s are so close, and only 1 level away for Team Mapitas, a 2-level lead right now. 13s are barely missed, and there they are finally for 4+1. So they're on even talents. Will they look for a fight while they have that? Or will they give Team Mapitas the opportunity to find their level 16 talents here on these rotations coming out? They're finding some soak at mid. ETC with his stage dive is working his way up to the top. Malfurion just coming back from the Hall of Storms. Had to Hearth because he was pretty low on mana. So we'll see. If a fight is going to come out, they got to look for it. They know that ETC is ready to go at any time with that stage dive, but they need to be aggressive, and it looks like the aggression is going to come on top of where the stage dive is. BNet player being flanked on. Does he see it? Leading the way, Stukov. Pedro up front. Tyrael going to try to find a holy ground here. Just barely misses it. The power slide was just enough to get ETC the distance he needed to get away from that engagement. So well played by BNet player, and a good attempt there by Geek72 looking for it. They are going to find potentially this fort up top. But level 16's online for Team Mapitas. They gotta find 2 levels. And with the shrine activating in 5 seconds, I don't think they have a chance at it. They could push behind the Shaman in hopes that they don't work on that shrine. But instead, they're gonna rotate back and try to take this, potentially at least take this fight down the talent tier. Geek72 set up in a bush, gonna get scouted away by Garrosh. Garrosh trying to move in. There's a stun on him. The Stormbolt doesn't find the stun, but there is a taunt and a Horrify. Twilight Dream used as well, very low. This Tyrael very low as well as Kerrigan, and it is a double kill. Here's gonna be some trait from Tyrael, gonna work down ETC as well as that Blizzard, but on the backside, it was a corruption from Nima, who's fully stacked, finding the kill with his echoed corruption. And now they have complete control over this shrine with Ragnaros and Gul'dan here. This should be a pretty easy pickup for them. 10 seconds for Kerrigan, now 10 seconds for Tyrael. It is a long ways away. Jaina just going to go ahead and clear away this push down the bot from the mercs and minions that are here. And easily the shrine will be handed over to Team Mapitas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is their time to shine now. They've spent the last 2 in defense, but this 3rd shrine is very easily in their favor. And they're going to work on a bruiser cam? No, they're going to say, Ragnaros, get up here. We need you, boy. ETC also just getting back from being dead. So full strength here, a 5-man push from Mapitas. no contest here on this mid fort. They want to take it behind this wall. Garrosh getting storm bolted, but here's a stage dive right on top. And they find it with Flint. There's a taunt. And they actually find a kill on Jane on the backside. Sanctifications play Nima falling very low on that gold dance. Will he find any bit of corruption? And there it is, a big corruption coming out on top of the Jaina and the Tyrael. That's going to be a kill. Trait damage going to connect on the Garrosh, but that's not the target you're looking for. It's a triple kill for Team Mapitas. And with this Frozen Punisher, they're going to start working down this mid-keep. They got the mid-keep first in game number 1. And this is 100% going to be mid-keep here in game number 2 as the Frozen Punisher is smashing away at it. So structure down, 2 seconds for Jaina to spawn, 9 for Kerrigan, and looks like they're going to march onto this core and try to get some shielding down here. Eruption coming out on it, they're looking to find some. There's some bits coming in from Pillifan, thank you so much, 100 bits. Garrosh using his Undominable to not get hit. Big ring connecting on Garrosh with the core at 20% health, now at 10%. That's GG. That's game number 2. And that is Team Mapitas taking the domination here in week 5 up against 4+1 Division C West matchup. 14-3 were the kills, and yeah, they only needed the one Punisher, and they walked all the way down. They found exactly what they needed with the Ragnaros in defense, and yeah, it worked out for them. I didn't think their comp had it, but when Halamion was able to play Garrosh so well, and Frohas G with another 100 bits coming through. Appreciate that. And I do have someone joining me here for an interview.
Hello, once again. Once more. Hey, how are you doing?
What is up? I got my boys from Team Mapitas joining me once again. What a game. What a games, actually.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to have you again streaming our games.
Oh, yeah. I really appreciate you guys enjoying my casting for you. So, yeah, game number 1, dominant on your map choice of Volskaya Foundry. We talked about it last week being a map that you like, but let's hear a little bit more about it. What is it you guys like so much about Volskaya Foundry?
I don't know about the rest of the team, but for me, it's the first map that we won confidently in the league. So it's like our lucky charm, so to speak.
I feel that for that map, we kind of know the strategy. We know what to do. We know the timings. Like, we have been able to execute properly when we play that map.
Yeah. I mean, you guys just like totally dominated after the first one in terms of getting control on those Triglav protectors, and you had the level lead throughout the whole game. You had it throughout the whole game in map number 2 as well. So a lot of prioritization onto the rotations and getting all the soaking and merc pressure out. What is it that you guys think leads you guys to getting these level leads in these games we're seeing?
I think, as you said, we're paying a lot of attention in keeping the rotations going. We're trying not to lose soak as we used to do. We used to lose basically. When we first started NGS, we noticed that we were losing a lot of the rotation. So that's one of the main topics we've been focusing on to improve as a team. So that's where we're picking stuff like Ragnaros or Gul'dan, so we're able to rotate easily, have some nice wave clear. So we're paying a lot of attention in the wave clear and soaking.
So Mac, if I'm not mistaken, did you play the Phoenix in game number 1?
Yeah, I did.
And then you're switching over to Malfurion in game number 2. So let me know a bit, like, what's your role on the team? Is it like put me on heroes I'm good at, or how does that work out?
I normally play support because it gives me an ability to focus more on the macro. When I'm playing assassin, it's really hard to focus on the macro and keep an eye on what the rest of the team is doing. So normally that's the role I play, but we saw an opportunity here to use Phoenix. We discussed using that hero before. We really like it for the wave clear it has, for the damage output it has, and we just saw the opportunity to use it.
Thank you once again in chat to Anafrad, another 100 bits, and woohoo, Team Mapitas coming out. Is this a friend of you guys?
What's the name again?
Anafrad?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you got some
It's
cheers
good
out
that
of
we
her,
have
so
fans, yeah. We're getting new
guys-
followers.
yeah, you guys got some fans in chat tonight. I know Frohas is here, a friend of yours. So
Yeah.
Our
definitely-
dear friend.
yeah, definitely fun having some of your guys out here, and gals, of course. Excuse me, we had this discussion chat earlier. But
Yeah.
let's talk about game number 2. So this wasn't your map selection, and it looked like early a little bit of trouble, but you guys had a Ragnaros and the defensive tool of Molten Core. And was this the plan all along to have Team Ryu on that hero?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan to start with.
Was. Plus, he was offering the extra wave clear across, with Gul'dan, so we had that already as a strategy.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
the funny
Ragnos-
thing is that I guess the funny thing is that Fernand Trans was our map pick at the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
but we started losing so much that we stopped picking it.
Well, you got to
No,
win here on it.
And also, like at the beginning of the season, we got destroyed in that map by a Ragnaros. I
Oh,
think that we
okay.
learned a lot from that game. We can
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they picked up both of the early Punishers. They had a Kerrigan, and I mentioned in draft, I think it's one of her strongest maps, if not her strongest. And she caused some trouble early. She got a few combos off and put you guys in some weird spots. But I gotta mention this because my MVP in game number 2, you guys already know who it is, Halamion on that Garrosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did pretty good flips, so we could do some follow-up, and that was our strategy basically. Try to flip someone and try to kill just one and focus on killing one hero, and I think it worked pretty well. Apart from losing the first 2 objectives,
New
I
follower
think we were able
detected.
to kill them and just focus on the objective after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I like is that at level 7 you get somewhat of a cleanse with Garrosh.
Mm-hmm.
So that works out very well against Kerrigan, because she has to dive deep to engage, and you just flip the person out of the range. So I think that works okay.
Yeah, I mean, the entire game was just so solid with the Garrosh play. Early game, you picked up a kill right at the bat. Actually, I think there were like 2 kills really early.
That was 2 kills.
And the hottest of all the kills was that, like, the first shrine, they pushed on you. Kerrigan had a great stun. Everyone's retreating. And Holly finds the flip on Tyrael over the wall. How'd that one feel?
Yeah, we started screaming, Tyrael, tried to
Yeah, it was
you
awesome.
out. Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, Nima dropping 1,000 bits in chat. Holy moly, appreciate that one. Thank you so much for that.
The rich one.
So he's the rich one of the team. That's
Well, hey, all the bits you guys donating are going towards the Regen Invitational. You boys will be invited to the event. I hope you can participate. It's a lot of fun. It brings together all the divisions of NGS. So hope to see you guys there. It'll be before Season 5 starts.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome.
So that's all I have for the interview tonight. But before I let you guys go, I wanted to give you, of course, the opportunity to get some shout outs. So Team Mapitas, the floor is yours.
I had shoutouts for people that we didn't say hi last game. So it's for Ashleisha, our coworker, that watches the game, although she doesn't know anything about the game. Martin and Vanessa are also watching sometimes, so
Matías.
shout out to them. Matias, our missing roster player.
And Dietrich, our lost teammate.
Yeah, our secret tool there.
Secret weapon.
Weapons.
Yeah, secret weapon.
Oh, Dietrich got to play last week. I remember that, right?
Yes, yeah, he's our secret weapon.
Oh, yeah. Anyone else got anything else to add?
Sure. To our family, my wife Ali, who's watching the stream right now.
Hell
Yeah,
all
I
the
also have to
wives.
mention my wife, Billy Van. She's also watching the stream.
Oh, Philippe.
And watching my stream, so she's watching twice.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, you have competition. I see the stream through the local private one.
Yes, we stream with comms, so we can have those for later.
Well, I guess that's all, Team Mapitas. I want to congratulate you once again on the 2-0 victory tonight over 4+1. And thank you so much for joining me for this interview, guys. Really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for casting, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime, anytime.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye.
So yeah.
For those of you out in Twitch chat land, I do want to thank all of the donators tonight. So we had Frohas coming through with 200 bits. We had 100 bits coming from Enifrad Pilipan. Actually, excuse me, 200 from Enifrad. 100 from Pilipan. And a big 1,000 dropped at the end there by Nima, who played your Goldan for Team Mapitas there in game number 2. Jason, really appreciate the host. Big 14 viewers coming over. And Kyrios 2021 for the follow there towards the end of the night. Really appreciate you. For everyone else out there, if you haven't already followed the channel, drop a button click right now. You got nothing to lose. You only have stuff to gain because Murda will be back next week with some more NGS action. Maybe shifting around divisions a bit. I've been over here in Division C a few times over the past couple of weeks. Division D a little bit last week as well. Might pick up some more stuff. We'll see what's available in the late night slots when I have opportunities to cast. But that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping in. And until next time, I'm Murda, and we will see you.